All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Gateway Raceway. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson, and we've got a doozy for you tonight. It's Gateway. The first time we've hit this track here in rFactor 2. And kudos to Paulo Chachalowski for converting this track over. It's race number 5 in the 2020 winter season here in the Buschwackers series. And this is a tough track. 120 laps here tonight at this egg-shaped flat oval. Who's got the stuff to crack the egg? We're going to find out here tonight, right here live on TurnLeftTV. Well, we're here in Madison, Illinois at Gateway Raceway tonight for 120 laps. Going to be a lot of fun, boys and girls. You can do a 2-tire stop here. Maybe a little strategy. All right, hey, thank you so much for coming in to TurnLeftTV. We got a good one for you tonight here at Gateway Raceway. So again, tonight is Gateway Raceway in the High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series. I'm your host, Heath Johnson. Got my lazy dog here sitting with me, so Sadie the dog here with me as well. And again, thank you so much for coming in. Should be a great one here tonight. ...120 laps in race number 5 of the season. So Gateway is about 1.25 miles in length, located in Madison, Illinois, and banking in turns 1 and 2 at 11 degrees, 3 and 4 at 9 degrees, and some guys are really describing this track as a flat Darlington. And I think you're probably looking at somewhere around flat Darlington, maybe a little bit longer straights than what Darlington has, but nonetheless, going to be a fun race here at Gateway. We'll take a look at the season standings coming into tonight's race. Sean Jacobs, 151 points, sits on top there. Just behind him, Ed Palumbo in second. Luca Sinfner shown in the 3rd position. Colin Matiak 4th. Paul Brown sits in the 5th position. See Jose Solis in 6th. Tim Lansbury 7th. Rogerio Santos 8th in points. John Stanley 9th. And Arthur Vieira rounding out the top 10. Got about 3 minutes left here in the practice session before we hit the qualification session. Hey, coming up tomorrow, man, we got the first race of the inaugural High Octane Racing League GT3 Series. Lime Rock Park, and this is going to be a great one, a 50-minute race. Racing gets underway at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and of course, it's going to be live right here on TurnLeftTV. That's right, turning left and right tomorrow, man. Hey, you can tease me all you want about turning left. That's fine. We can turn right as well. We're going to show you we can. And these guys are going to make it happen tomorrow at 3 p.m. for the first race of an 8-race season, Lime Rock Park, in the GT3 Series High Octane Racing League style. Don't forget to check out EliteHostingUSA.com if you are interested in our rFactor 2 server. That's who is hosting our races here at High Octane Racing League, and does a great job, man. I tell you what, Will is a master at this server management, and give him a look here. Got great packages there available. So if you're interested in an rFactor 2 server, please give EliteHostingUSA.com a look. I want to say thank you so much for coming out to the YouTube channel and checking out TurnLeftTV. I want to say peace to everybody out there. Man, I just had my eyes dilated today. What in the world? It was a fun day. Let's just say that. I left work early, went to an eye doctor's appointment, and got the eyes dilated. That's a fun experience, really. Hey, thanks for coming in. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. If you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeftTV, you can click on that donate button right there at the top of the in the banner, and donate to TurnLeftTV straight through PayPal. Please hit the thumbs up button. Let me know you were here, and share my videos with all of your friends. I'm watching you. Hey, thanks for coming in. I always appreciate people coming in and watching the races here at TurnLeftTV. Hopefully you're enjoying it, and we got some good ones for you coming up, man. Tonight is Gateway. What a great track. Kudos to Paulo Chachalowski, Team Cha-Cha, on converting that track over. So getting ready to go to qualifications here. Well, who got that big win last week? That was Claudio Bardelli Jr. at Daytona. We had a green-white checker, and Arthur Vieta was in the leader. He actually chose the outside line, and that ended up biting him big time. And then green-white checker there, Claudio Bardelli, got up where he needed to be, up to the front of the pack, and there was a huge wreck coming off the turn and on the backstretch, and that thing ended under caution. So congratulations to Claudio Bardelli Jr. on winning last week with 20 drivers, actually 23 drivers, at a great track of Daytona. So getting ready to go into, looks like we're going over to qualifications. So these guys will get a couple laps in here in quals. And starting, I tell you what, man, track position is really important at this track because it is so hard to pass here. Take a look at the schedule here. Now, next week, I got an asterisk there by Nashville. I don't think that track's going to be completed there, so we're going to substitute another track in for Nashville. And Nashville's that's a super speedway, so we'll try something. Throw it in there. There might be some sort of an analog for Nashville, but not quite ready for prime time. I thought we were going to have that ready, but not going to be the case here. So, unfortunately, not going to be able to do Nashville Super Speedway next week. Take a look at Jose Solis in his qualification attempt. So 31.172 is the time to beat. Got 18 drivers out here. Colin Matiak currently the top time with that 31.172. Paul Brown there, second on the grid. Take a look at Sean Jacobs as he makes his qualification attempt. Right now shown ninth on the grid. Sean Jacobs ninth with a 31.816. Artur Vieira there jumping to the top of the grid. His qualification attempt in that 4 car. 31.143. Couple more guys here still to qualify. Take a look at Ed Palumbo. He's usually waiting there to the last minute to go out and qualify. See what everybody does there. Maybe let that track get warmed up a little bit. Ed Palumbo in the 54 car. His qualification attempt. First lap there, 31.709. So got a little work to do here on lap number 2. He's decided that that was good for him. So looks like 8th place starting position so far for Ed Palumbo. Thiago Gomez coming out here in his first race out in the 9X machine. 31.143 is our time we got to beat. All right, 9X machine. 32.163. So currently 15th on the grid there for Thiago. Tony Reiner finishing up his qualification attempt. He's gotten a 3rd place qualifying position. So Artur Vieira is going to be our pole sitter here. Colin Matiak is 2nd. Outside pole. Tony Reiner 3rd. Paul Brown 4th. Reese Canaday 5th. Jose Solis 6th. Claudio Bardelli Jr. 7th. Preston Hassel 8th. Lauren Stopworth 9th. Ed Palumbo rounding out the top 10 in qualifications. So we're starting to get some chatters in here. Looks like Mr. Whippersnapper in here. Good to see Tim out. So, he got his driver's license today? Oh my gosh. Colin Matiak got his driver's license today. How about that? Oh my gosh. That is awesome. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow, Lime Rock Park, race number 1 in the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series. That's right, man. Turning left and right tomorrow in that official GT3 pack. So you're going to see some great racing. Lime Rock is a lot of fun. It really isn't a technical track. We're going to do the no chicane version. Not a lot of technical aspect to this track. It's just going to be flat out racing, man. It's going to be great. 50-minute race. Coming up tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, live right here on Turn Left and Right TV. Don't forget to give ZiaComics.com a look, your nerd headquarters for all things comic. Hey, we're heading into the Christmas season. Might be nice to buy that loved one or that special family member who likes those comics. Give these guys a look, man. They'll be able to set you up with something very, very nice. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. That's ZiaComics.com, your nerd headquarters. Don't forget to join us on Discord for High Octane Racing League if you're interested in doing some racing. Here we got some great racing, man. We do all kinds of different racing, just not stock cars. We do some great job at stock cars, man. 18 drivers here tonight. Proof is in the pudding on that. And then, of course, some GT3 stuff. We do some Indy stuff, and there's going to be some other stuff, I think, in the pipeline. So you definitely want to give us a look here at High Octane Racing League. We'll see if the side-by-side's working. It probably is here. I just assume that it is, but we'll just double-check, make sure that's working. We're getting a feed from both computers. It looks like we are, so that's good news. And again, thank you for coming in. I want to say also, if you're interested in joining High Octane Racing League Discord address right there, if you want to contact me, go down to one of those two Discord handles there, and you can type those in and get a hold of me. And then also, I want to say, please click on the links down in the banner or in the description of the race. You'll get a link to the Elite Hosting USA link. And then also, if you're interested in purchasing some Fanatec equipment, please give that link down in the description of this race a look. And a thank to all those folks who have followed that link and purchased stuff through Fanatec. I really appreciate that. Always appreciate that stuff. And, I'm honored that you would come out and watch races with me here on TurnLeftTV. I enjoy doing this, man. I really do, because these guys do a great job, and I like being able to put something out there. They can go back down the road and watch us and go, hey, man, I remember this race. And I've raced a lot of years, and I remember the races that were broadcast. I really was appreciative of those guys that did those broadcasting the races and put it out there for us. So hopefully, we're doing you guys a service so you can come back and check this out at a later time. So thanks a lot. Hey, also at TurnLeftTV on Twitter, and then don't forget TurnLeftTV on Facebook. Thank you so much for coming in. So we're going to have a little short warm-up session here now that the qualifications is over. Take a look at that session results for qualifications. Looks like Arthur Vieira there, top time, 31.143. Colin Madiak's going to start outside pole there in that 13 car. Tony Reiner in the 81 will start in third. Paul Brown will start in the fourth position in the 77 car. Reese Kennedy will start in fifth in that 80 car. Jose Solis in the 75 will start in the sixth position. Claudio Bardelli, last week's winner in the 5X machine, will start in the seventh position. Preston Hassel in the 27 car will start in eighth. Lawrence Stoppelworth in the 41. That Ridge Renters Racing team will start in the ninth position. Ed Palumbo in that 54 car Mellow Yellow sponsored machine will start in 10th. In 11th is the 90 of Todd Robillard in that Coletta's Napa-sponsored Camaro. Tim Lansbury in the 82 Skyline Chili Ford Mustang will start in the 12th position. Sean Jacobs in that Western Auto number 24. Man, who painted that car? That guy did a great job. Will start in the 13th position. Adder Pontes in the 2X machine will start in 14th. Welcome, by the way, welcome to High Octane Racing League. Rogerio Santos in the 97 car will start in the 15th position. I want to say kudos to Rogerio. He does a great job of streaming races directly from his cockpit while he's racing too. He does a fantastic job. We'll definitely check out the stream. Lucas Sinfoner in the 21 will start in the 16th position. John Stanley in that 12 car, that Stanley Tools sponsor machine, will start in 12th. And Thiago Gomez in the 9X car will start in 18th. Welcome, Thiago. So we're going to have a little bit of a warm-up session. So we'll take a look at the what it looks like out of the front of this car. On board here. And I tell you what, Paulo Chachalowski did a great job in converting this track over. I actually used to live close to Madison, Illinois. I was actually stationed at Scott Air Force Base for 6 years. And I kind of enjoyed that area, just right outside of St. Louis. A lot to do there. And I would say that's a fairly decent little landscape there for that, that area of the world. So kind of a trick to doing that stuff if you're building tracks. But anyway, I can't say that I've ever actually been to Gateway. So Preston Hassel came in here in the chat. He's wishing the fellow drivers here good luck. Look at that. Tony Ryder says, hey, tell Colin Matiak to, or tell everybody to get off the sidewalks because Colin's got his driver's license now. So I tell you what, man, this track is a little tough. They're trying to make a pit stop here. You got that access road, and you got to be really, really patient coming off the track, coming around that access road because it is flat, and you can spin that car out. Plus, I should say that when you look at that pit road, you see that wall right there is kind of deceiving. Most guys are going to go stop in that red line right there and slow down, but actually it's the blue line with the cones there. So that is the entry line for pit road, so the timing line, I should say. So it can be a little bit tricky there. It's definitely something you want to practice. before you getting on pit lane, or getting on and off pit lane. You got an access road there. This is a tough track to pass. It's not a tough track technically, but it is a tough track to gain some positions on there. I know we're doing a lot of laps here, helping get this setup going, and it was really tough to try to get around somebody. So you can do 2 tire stops here because those left side tires really do not wear that much. So that's a possibility. Little contact there. Little contact coming off the, coming out of the, around the access road. Take a look at this again here. Actually, it looks like, yeah, so a little contact right here. Looks like Sean Jacobs might have got into that 4 car. Those guys coming around right there in the practice or in the warm-up session. So we got about 3.5 minutes left to go here in the warm-up session. Take a look at the 90 of Todd Robillard. Getting some practice in, coming on, or getting on and off pit lane. Got about 2 minutes left to go here in warm-up, and then we're going to get the command to start the engines. And I think one of those favorites, I think, tonight will be that number 4 car of Artur Vieira. And Sky always seems to get that car up front. Don't forget about the 13. Actually, all 3 of those cars here tonight, 13, the 4, the 54, all are going to be, I think, vying for that race win. So expect to see those guys up front when you see those laps winding down. Take a look at 13 here, Colin Madiak. 13 car there, just ahead of Artur Vieira. We've seen those guys battling several seasons now. These guys always seem to be around each other, don't they? Lawrence Stopworth here in the 41 car. At Mac Tools sponsor machine. All right, boys and girls. Got time to pull those belts tight. Just get this party started here as 41 car coming around to make that pit stop there, you see. Looks like he's got that down. All right, boys and girls, here we go. Let's get this bad boy going. 120 laps here at Gateway. All right, the starting order. Artur Vieta starts in P1. Colin Matiak outside pulling the 13 car. Tony Reiner starts in that 81 car in the 3rd position. Paul Brown is 4th. Starting in the 5th position is Reese Canaday in the 80 car. Jose Solis in the 75 starts in that 6th position. Claudio Bardelli starts in the 7th position in the 5X. Preston Hassel is in 8th. In 9th is Lauren Stoppelworth in the 41 car. Ed Palumbo starts in the 10th position in the 54. Todd Robillard in the 90 starts in the 11th position, and Tim Lansbury in the 82 is 12th. Sean Jacobs is 13th in the 24 car. Adder Pontes in the 2X machine is 14th. Rogerio Santos in the 97 is 15th, and Lucas Sinfer is 16th. John Stanley in the 17th position, and Tiago Gomez starts in 18th. All right, boys and girls, this is Gateway, so you better be ready for this track. Tough on tires, hard to pass, and each end of the track is different, that's for sure. It's going to be a lot of fun here. So Artur Vieta in that 4 car, the pole sitter, will lead that field to take the green flag. So congratulations to Artur for capturing P1 here. Start off the race, see at 13. I told you those guys are always around each other, aren't they? Tony Reiner there in 3rd, 13 Colin Matiak in that 2nd position. We're going to go green this time by. Let's see if we can't get a good caution-free run here. Going to be a good race here at Gateway, the inaugural race here in the High Octane Racing League series at Gateway. So never run this track before, so a lot of guys are excited about this. Guys were saying that they really liked running this track in the truck series back in rFactor 1. Kudos to Paulo Chachalowski and Team Cha-Cha. All right, here we go. The pace car is in. Artur Vieta down on the inside line in the 4 car. 13 Colin Matiak. The whippersnapper. Out there on the outside line, the 81 Tony Reiner. He's going to be lightning fast as well. 77 Paul Brown in 4th. Here we go. Off the 4th turn.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, on to green. See, that 4 car already has a good start here. At inside, Tony Reiner, they're trying to sneak through. Maybe a little bit of contact there with the 13 car. Running for that 2nd position. Artur Vieta there holding on to that race lead to 13, trying to fight back there in that 2nd position. Again, hold on to that spot as they come around the turn. Tell you what, man, that race for the 2nd position is not over. There's a little bit of contact right there. Little contact between the 13 and the 81 car. That 81 car hanging on. And we were trying to take a look at that as that 81 car was trying to hang on to that thing. '13 now trying to get around the 4 car. So there was some contact there, I believe. See if we can go back here and look at this. Go back and take a look at this contact here maybe between the 13 and the 81 coming off the turn. Looks like everything's copacetic right there, and they may be into this turn here. So everything okay right there so far. And then there is definitely going to be some contact here. Oh, that 81 and the 13 getting together right there. That 81 there falling back. We go back here and look at that, and I'll tell you what, man, I'm not sure who's to blame on that one, but that was tough racing. Both those guys hanging on to that car. Lucas Infner and trying to get around the 41 of Lawrence Stopworth, that 21 up on the outside line here. He's got a lot of laps in this place. He showed up for practice the other day, and now he's going to try to get around that 41. Looks like he does, hanging on to that thing. So now Lucas Infner now up to the 12th position. Lawrence Stopworth back to 13th. Lauren has fallen back here just a little bit. Not sure what's going on with that 41 car, but he is falling back, losing some positions here. John Stanley here racing on the inside of Rogerio Santos. Santos in that 97 car up on the outside line. John Stanley in the 12 car trying to get around. This is for the 16th position. There's a little drag race here down the backstretch into turn 3. And looks like John Stanley going to pick up that spot. Jose Solis has moved that car up to the 4th position. Paul Brown in 3rd. Looking out of the front of Jose Solis' machine at Paul Brown. You see him really working that wheel right there, trying to keep that thing pointed in the right direction and running in that 4th position. So one of our newer drivers here, he has shown a lot of strength, a lot of good racing out of Jose Solis in that 75 car. I'll tell you what, man, while we were looking at this other action, look at this, the whippersnapper going down to the inside. It's Colin Matiak on the inside line. And now racing Archie Vieta 4th position. Looks like the 13 is going to take that spot. So now we got a new race leader, and that is the 13 of Colin Matiak. As Archie Vieta now falls back to the 2nd position. Reese Canaday here now working on the 81. Reese Canaday down on the inside, and we're going to work on that camera angle just a little bit as Reese Canaday in the 80 car gets by that 81. Thiago Gomez and Rogerio Santos here battling for position. The 9X, Thiago Gomez on the inside here. Picks up that spot. We wouldn't know that because that camera is filming the blank track right there. But back up here, up front. Take a look at Paul Brown here running in that 3rd position. One of those guys that comes out every week and helps with setups. Does a great job. I mean, invaluable. Hard to put a price tag on the job that Paul Brown does for us here at High Octane Racing League. I mean, that guy just can cook up a setup in a matter of a few hours, and he's got something that makes very, very fun racing for everybody. See the 4 car there of Archie Vieta is starting to drift high there just a little bit. Paul Brown using that bottom line, getting a pretty decent run here on the 4 car. Take a look at Preston Hassel here in the 27. He is running in the 7th position. Right now having a pretty good race. Another one of those guys, man. He comes out and practices by himself, does a setup, gives us a good starting base setup to deal with, and then we kind of tweak that along the way, but he does a lot of work. One of our admin here as well at High Octane Racing League. So that AMD sponsored machine running in the 7th position. John Stanley continued to try to move forward here, getting around Outer Pontes. Outer Pontes there in the outside wall a little bit. As John Stanley making that pass down the front stretch and picking up the 15th position. Oh, we got a yellow flag here. Yellow flag. So we got a yellow flag here, our first yellow flag of the night. Hopefully our only yellow flag. Colin Matiak, the race leader, as Arthur Vieta in second, Paul Brown third, Jose Solis in the fourth position, Reese Canaday in fifth, another one of those guys who gets a ton of practice laps in. Take a look and see what happened here. Have 41 car. Oh, 41 there. It gets that little dented in area there, kind of jutted out on him, and he's going to wreck into the wall. Look at that. Is that a balloon? I'll be darned. I'm below the ground. There we go. Is that 41 coming back out on track? So, man, he just got into this wall right here. It kind of juts out right there. Oh, man, he got a dented in area right there, and he got over a little bit too far to the right, and then gets into the wall, come down to the inside wall, and then hard lick there for the 41. That rattled his cage. As Lawrence Stoppelworth will undoubtedly get some work done on that machine. Not out of it there. All right, looks like some pitting in order here. So everybody, guys coming down pit road. So kind of tricky here because you have that access road, and the pace car, I should say, is out there on the track. So you got to be very, very careful not to be passing the pace car, because that will give you a penalty. Looks like Sean Jacobs is elected to stay out here and get a lap led. Not feeling very confident, I think, about his car here tonight. We might get a good shot here of guys racing off pit lane. Looks like the 13 coming out here, and the 4 car just behind him. Looks like got a little drag race there between the 77 and the 81. Little tight right there, little tight. 75, 27, 90, 54, 21. So we are getting some word that maybe some guys have done some 2-tire stops. Or a 2-tire stop, I should say. Sean Jacobs right now shown as the race leader. Doing our first caution flag of the night. 14 laps in. But don't forget, coming up tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. That's right, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Lime Rock Park in the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series. It's race number 1 in that 8-race series. And 50-minute race coming up tomorrow, and that is the official rFactor 2 GT3 pack. And you're going to see a lot of different makes and models out on the track, so it should be a great one, and that's going to be live right here on TurnLeftTV. That's right, High Octane Racing League and GT3 cars headed your way tomorrow. Should be a great one. Lime Rock Park is a great track, and we're doing the no chicane version of that track, so we're just going to see flat out racing. Should be a fun race. So it does look like Thiago Gomez right now shown as a race leader, but he's making a pit stop here in that 9X machine. That's going to give the race lead to Colin Madiak in the 13. It looks like he maybe has aspirations of taking that inside line. All right, getting that double file restart here as Colin Madiak in the 13 takes the inside line. That puts Artur Vieira up on the outside line in the 4 car. Paul Brown in the 77 will start in the 3rd position. Tony Reiner in the 81 will start in 4th. Jose Solis in the 75 is 5th. Preston Hassel 6th. All right, so going green this time by. Safety car is off. 50 mile an hour is the pace speed.
Green flag, go, go.
All right, here back to green. The 13 gets a good start. Uh-oh, they're going to look 3 wide there. Tony Reiner there in the 81 car was looking to that middle there, trying to get around as the 77, Paul Brown, on the inside line. Right now in 3rd as the 4 of Artur Vieira holds on to that 2nd position. Paul Brown in 3rd. Artur Vieira in the 4th position. 75, Jose Solis looking like he wants to get around here as well. Take a look at Paul Brown here out of the front of his machine, looking ahead at the 13 and the 4. So on the outside of Paul Brown is the 81 of Tony Reiner. So drag race down the backstretch. Tony Reiner there on the outside line, using that outside to try to get around this 77 car. 75, Jose Solis running back there as well. He is running in the 5th position, trying to work on the backside of that 77 car. Across the start-finish line into turn 1. Take a look at Ed Palumbo running in the 8th position in that 54 car. That mellow yellow sponsor machine, and look who is breathing down his neck right now. That is Luca Simpfner in that 21. Reese Kennedy in the 80 car running in the 10th position. Luca in that 9th position. We got a little cluster of cars right there together. On board here with Ed Palumbo as he leads up that pack. He's got a good run here now, trying to open up a little bit of a gap on the 21 car. He's got a good run here down the front stretch into turn 1. One thing about the 21, man, and we've said this before in a lot of other races there, he just knows how to sort of be patient here and let the race sort of come to him. So keep your eye on that 21 of Lucas Simpfner, another one of our young guns. He's racing from Canada. As you see the 80 of Reese Kennedy now looking low. And that Hooters sponsor machine. Looking out of the back of Lucas Infantner's machine at Reese Kennedy. So those guys have had quite a few battles here. So Luca running in the 9th position. Reese Kennedy there really wanting to get around, and he's got to do a little protect there because Claudio Bardelli, last week's winner, also looking here to try to make a pass. He's down on the inside line of Reese Kennedy, so the 80 and the 5X machine side by side. As now that 5X pulls off that pass. Paul Brown here looking to move up here. The 77 car has a good run here on the 4. So Artur Vieira had held him off for a little bit, but now Paul Brown gets by, moves up to the 3rd position as Artur Vieira now back to 4th. Lucas Infantner, I told you, man, he's just keeps working on you. Now he's working on that 54 car, so the 21, Lucas Infantner, now getting around Ed Palumbo here in the 54 car. So Luca down on the inside line, moving up to the 8th position. Ed Palumbo now back to 9th. You see out of the back of Luca's car as he is trying to open up a little bit of gap here on the 54 and that crew behind him. Take a look at Tim Lansbury here in the 82 car. John Stanley just behind him. Tim's trying to work on that 80 of Reese Kennedy just ahead. We're starting to see some side-by-side 54 and Claudio Bardelli. Oh, those guys almost get together right there. Looking out of the front of Tim Lansbury's Skyline Chili Ford Mustang at this action. He is running in the 12th position. See Ed Palumbo, they're giving that machine, that 5X machine, a little hard time there, making him earn it. So Claudio Bardelli wanting by, and I tell you what, man, he has got to work for it because Ed Palumbo says, I'm going to use that outside line, but I'm not going to give you much room here as Claudio dives into the turn. And can he get the bite that he needs to get off the turn as a 54 using that outside, and he is one of the best in the business of using that outside line like that and really taking away your line. Not racing in a kind of a malicious fashion, just taking away that line. And he knows where you're good, and he is going to use that against you. That's what that 54 does best, better than anybody in the business. You see the 80, Reese Kennedy running in the 11th position. Tim Lansbury in 12th. Sean Jacobs here trying to move up. He's battling John Stanley. 24, Sean Jacobs down on the inside line is John Stanley. Up on the outside line, going to have to give up that spot as the 24 takes that spot, now moves up to the 13th position. About Paul Brown here now working on that 81 car. That 81 really wanted to get up to the 13 and kind of have a little conversation with him, and now 77 gets by, so the 81 might be giving up here a little bit on tires as the 4 of Artur Vieira here looking on the bottom side, and Tony Reiner going down to the outside side, a little block right there by the Tony Reiner in the 81 as Artur Vieira was looking on that low side, not able to get through. Tony Reiner diving down to that bottom side there and closing off that opening as looks like Artur Vieira there wanting to get back by it again. Tony Reiner really driving out into the turn. He's going to pay for it coming off the turn. He's drifting that car high. Artur Vieira using that bottom line and may have a run here on Tony Reiner. Not quite yet. Take a look at Reese Kennedy here now. He's starting to work on Ed Palumbo in that 54. Claudio Bardelli finally gets by the 54. And now Reese Kennedy trying to work on this 54 car. Tim Lansbury in this mix. Don't forget about Sean Jacobs running in the 13th position. It is hard to pass here. About this, Artur Vieira now closing in. And side by side with the 81. Coming off the turn, down the back stretch, down the front stretch. Side by side, the 4 and the 81. Jose Solis looking at this mix as well as the 4 car of Artur Vieira wanting to get around this 81. Look at that, man. They got to really work for that position. 81 there almost gets into the wall, and he's got to run there on the outside line. The 4 does not have the speed he needs. 75 of Jose Solis going to help that 81 car there on the outside, and he might end up getting by Artur Vieira. Artur Vieira not going to give up that position so easily. Down on the inside line, and oh man, I tell you what, he chopped over there and tried to squeeze in. The 75 countered with that move down to the bottom side, not able to make anything of it, but almost got around the 4 car. So good racing right there. I tell you what, those guys racing side by side, and that is going to give the 90 and the 27 a chance to close in on those guys. Holy smokes, we got some racing going on here, man. It is so hard to pass here. You really got to set that up ahead of time here. We're on board here with Preston Hassel running in the 7th position. Some great racing here just to try to gain a spot. You really got to set it up here. That's the unique thing about this track. How about Tim Lansbury here in the 82? He is now battling that 54. Tim Lansbury going to the high side. It looks like 54 said, hey man, go ahead, go. I'm not going to race you. I feel like right now this car is not suiting me. And I'm going to let you go. Here, look at the 24 and the 54 battling for position just behind this 82. Some great racing going on. Tim Lansbury in the 82, now up to the 10th position. Ed Palumbo back to 11th. Take a look at Reese Kennedy here running in that 13th position. He's running behind Sean Jacobs on board here with Reese Kennedy. Get some great racing going on right now. Good side-by-side action. We had one caution flag, but you really got to work on these. Look at that. How about 2 blimps, man? 2 blimps. We got 2 blimps here. That's how popular this race is. We got 2 blimps here. Look at this 81 and the 4. Artur Vieira has been working on the 81 for several laps. Tony Reiner does not want to give up that position. On board here with Tony Reiner. He's on this outside line, and Artur Vieira down on the inside has a pretty good run here down the backstretch. Tony Reiner in the gas here on this outside line, and he might be, he's really squeezing down when he gets into the turn and forcing Artur Vieira to scrub off some speed. And Artur Vieira, one of the cleanest drivers out there on the track. He's not going to race you dirty, man. He's going to try to pass you cleanly. And again, side-by-side racing here. Good race, and Tony Reiner there drifting up the track. And now Artur Vieira is going to take that spot. So Tony Reiner using up those tires there a little bit. He might have gotten into the wall just a little bit as Artur Vieira pulls off that pass. Preston Hassel in this mix. Preston Hassel wanting to get around. He sees that action there in front of him as Artur Vieira picks up that spot. Now Preston Hassel trying to squeeze in here and pick up a spot. Jose Solis on the outside line. Preston kind of left his own devices down on the inside line, and Jose is going to pick up that spot, or reclaim that spot, I should say, from the 75, and still not over here, maybe. We got racing all over this track right now. Side-by-side view, maybe. Might need to get that one, break that one out here, as looks like we've got some pit stops going on here. Rogerio Santos in the 97 on pit lane. Colin Matiak, the race leader. That 13 car. We've got some more racing going on here with Todd Robillard and Jose Solis. These guys battling it out. We got a yellow flag here. We got a warping issue, it looked like, and somebody might have spun around here as a result. See here, it's going to be a warping issue, I think. Definitely a warping issue, and I think it was somebody leaving the server. So Rogerio has retired his machine, looks like, and that caused a warp, it looks like. So Rogerio here coming down pit lane, and I think he pulls it into the pits, does what he's supposed to do, and then retires his machine, and that's when we see the warping issues, I believe. Yes, there's a warp right there, and then there's the wreck. So that's what caused it. That is the messed up thing about this game right now. That should not happen when a driver leaves the server. Like that, you should not have those issues, and unfortunately that is that's really nobody's fault. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. He came down pit lane, parked his car in the pit stall, and then exited the track. So exited the car. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. So really nothing that he could have done differently, I think. As you see, he's coming down pit lane, and he's going to exit the race right there. He's going to exit the race, and then there you're going to see a warp right there. There's a warp. There's a warp of Artur Vieira back into the 81 car, and that is not something that Artur Vieira created. He didn't do anything wrong, and that car just warped backwards. So that is one of our biggest complaints about rFactor 2, is that when somebody exits like that, that it can cause a warp there. So now we've got our second caution flag here, 39 laps in, and a pretty good green flag run here. That was good racing, guys. It's sort of starting to figure it out a little bit. And I believe we are. You see that 82 car. Tim Lansbury going to lead some laps here, and Palumbo just behind him in the 54. See our side-by-side view here, focused on Reese Canaday as you watch him through his pit stop here. Tim Lansbury out on track here, still leading a lap, getting his bonus points. So Reese Canaday on pit lane. So he's going to lose a few positions there, it looks like, on pit lane. So a little bit longer stop for that 80 car. Well, hey, don't forget, man, coming up, we got a pretty good schedule here headed your way in the Buschwackers series. Now, Nashville's going to be changed, I will say that, but look at that after that. Bristol, Talladega, Texas, and Palm Springs. Can you get any different of a schedule there? Maybe throw a road course in there. But Bristol's short track action on December the 18th, that'll be fun. And then January the 1st, man, we're going to call that the hungover 250. I don't know. It's 70 laps there. I'd have to do the math on that one. Texas Motor Speedway coming up on January the 8th. Everybody will be recovered by then. Palm Springs Speedway to finish out the season. So we're approaching halfway through the season here after we finish the race tonight. And Palumbo now our race leader in the 54 car. And I would guess that the 54 is probably going to come down pit lane. I do want to say, hey, thanks for coming out and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. If you are interested in a server, a race server for rFactor 2, and you want to know where to find the link, click on the description of the race down below. And you'll find the link to the Fanatec website if you're interested in purchasing some equipment there. And then also you can click on that EliteHostingUSA.com link and follow it over there and have a chat with those folks. Will Dunbar will set you up with a great server package, and should be, I tell you, man, he does a great job. This server is rock solid for us. And I want to say thanks to Will for all his work at High Octane Racing League. And certainly wouldn't be able to do it without his leadership as well. But yeah, if you're interested, please give him a look. Definitely excited about server packages. We have 3 different Deddies on. We got 2 on this server and then 1 on another. And we got room to move. Really, we could have 10 Deddies on this server. Really could. So we've had 23 drivers out for Daytona last week, and it was rock solid, absolutely rock solid. Great pings, great connections. See Colin Matiak here in the 13 car as the race leader. Paul Brown in the 77 in the second position. Lucas Sinfner has that car up front there now in third. Tony Reiner in fourth. Preston Hassel fifth. Jose Solis in the sixth position. So 42 laps in now, and we're getting ready to go back to green. Paul Brown on the outside line, and that 77, not quite as good a start there as that 21, who was running in the third position, so a little drag race between the two of those guys into turn one. Paul Brown using that outside line. He's now got a run here on the 13. Is he going to give that 13 a run for his money? Don't forget about 21, Lucas Sinfer, and also the 81 of Tony Reiner battling it out there for the third position. Tony Reiner now picks up that spot, reclaims that position, I should say. Looking out of the back of Colin Madiak's machine at Paul Brown in the 77. 81 of Tony Reiner on the outside line, and Lucas Sinfer in that 21 running in the fourth position. A little bit of a bump there from the 77 car. 81 now breathing down his neck. Good racing here on this restart. Take a look at the 9X of Thiago Gomez. He's running behind Reese Kennedy in that 80 car. Thiago in his first race out. He just joined Discord today, and now he's already out racing here and running in the 12th position. How about that, man? That is welcome to High Octane Racing League. Trial by fire here with a good 18 car field. And a little bit into the back of the 80 car. Gets him a little bit loose. He lifted up off the got into the back of him, kind of lifted his own car up there a little bit, punched the front down, and got a little bit loose, and he's going to end up losing a position here. Oh, contact here with 54, the 9X. Little contact right there as Ed Palumbo going to pick up that spot. Ed Palumbo going to use that opportunity to get by. Holy smokes, did you see that? Ed Palumbo there, Johnny on the spot, and picks up that spot. Take a look at this here. Ed Palumbo. Oh, man, I tell you what, that was close right there. The 9X and the 54 almost get together here. Getting into the turn, watch this. There might have been some contact right there. That 9X got a little scared, I think. Holy smokes. Got this, the 41, and now Thiago Gomez getting after it. 41 here trying to get by, looking out of the front of his car as Ed Palumbo gets by that 12. For the 41 after getting into the wall there a little bit, now trying to climb back up the grid. He's shown in the 13th position. Arthur Fiera here, he's trying to bounce back. Look at this, the 90 of 27 battling for position. The 90 of Todd Robillard in that Napa sponsored machine. Racing hard into the turn, getting by that 27 car. Preston Hassel now back to 6th. Arthur Fiera says, hey, man, I got to get back to the front. I've got a great car here. Let me get back to the front as a 4 down to the inside line in that NASCAR BR sponsor machine, getting by the 9X. He's trying to move that car back to the front here as he is closing in on the 41. John Stanley here and the 41 and the 4 all clustered together here. That 41 and the 4, they're side by side into turn 1. The 4 car here driving it hard into turn 1 on the outside line. The 41 down on the inside line, going to try to hold on to that spot, and he does. So Arthur Fiera did not get that car to stick on the outside line, and Lawrence Stoppelworth used him up. Oh, Lawrence Stoppelworth sideways through that turn. Did you see that, man? He got into that turn hot, and then 4 car is up into the wall. We got a yellow flag. The 4 car in the wall. I don't know if there was contact or not, but as Lawrence Stoppelworth and the 4 might have gotten together. I'm not sure. We'll take a look here at that, what led up to that here. Lawrence Stoppelworth getting into the turn, and he's going to get sideways, I believe. So he's trying to get around. Just a little bit earlier, he gets around the 4. That is loud right there. I'm going to turn down that camera sound on that one. So 41, you see he is absolutely flat out sideways right there. That is flat out wrecked. He's sideways as Arthur Fiera there trying to miss him. And he gets on the brakes, and he gets sideways. He gets into the 9X. And then those guys coming around here. So Arthur Fiera took the brunt of that when he gets into the wall. You saw that, man. That was just 41. So he pulls off this pass here, and I don't know, man. He's just in kind of a bad position when he gets down into this next turn, and I don't know whether he just drove this car in a little bit too hard, or maybe the Ford maybe took the air off the back of that car or not, but I don't know what happened, but it looks like that 41 he's sideways right there. And then Arthur checks up, gets into the wall. Colin Matiak, the race leader. So that one was, I don't know, man. I say call that a racing deal there. I'm not sure I would really assign a caution to that. But it looked like Lawrence Stopworth has said, hey, man, I'm going to take that caution flag to 41. We're getting some guys coming down pit lane here, so that was really kind of a, somebody checking up here. You got sideways, guys sort of according there. Nobody really, 4-car kind of got into the back there, but just one of those things. But I think that was an overt issue. So I see Arthur Vera there pulling his car into the pit stall there, getting some damage repaired. Good drag race right there between the 75 and the 54. Coming off pit lane. So we do have a chatter in here. How about that, man? Who's that bum sack in here rooting for Luca? Go Luca. So Adder Pontes is our race leader. Now I don't know if he's just getting the laps led here and coming down pit lane. I would suggest he probably is. We'll see. May be wrong about that. So the 2X of Adder Pontes is our race leader. Colin Matiak showing second. Paul Brown third. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow, we got a big race, man. Race number 1 of an 8-race season. The High Octane Racing League GT3 Series season. Lime Rock Park in the GT3 official content. Race starts at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Practice going to start at 1:30. Hour practice there. Qualifications is 20 minutes in length. Got a little bit of a warm-up and then race approximately 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And it'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. That's right, Lime Rock Park. What a great track to start off the season. An 8-race season headed your way. And it'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Saturday afternoons, baby. Some GT3 cars.
It'll be
Okay, getting a 1 to go. Looks like the 13 is elected to take that inside line. The 77 of Paul Brown will be in second. 81 of Tony Reiner's in the third position. Preston Hassel now in fourth. But been a good race. Getting that 1 to go, and we better get the caffeine in. So cheers to everybody out there. It's what is it, about 10 o'clock here, having some more caffeine. Probably not the way you want to do it. But hey, it's pretty good stuff. Keeps me from drinking Coca-Cola, which I'm not supposed to do, and I don't do. I swear I don't do that anymore. Hey, kudos to Paulo Chachalowski. I'm going to send out my boa noche, my friend, and thank you, obrigado, for converting this track over. We love it. Doing a great job. Keep it up. I told him a long time ago, man, we need short tracks. Get these short tracks converted, and he has delivered. All right, boys and girls, we are getting ready to go back green this time by.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, Colin Madiak in the 13. Heading into turn 1, gets a good start. 81, Tony Reiner head of steam there into turn 1 as well. Looking out of the back of Colin Madiak's machine, our race leader, Paul Brown in second. Tony Reiner in the third position. 1, 2, 3. Preston Hassel shown in fourth. Take a look at Preston Hassel, and he's got a hornet's nest behind him. Good at the 90 and 75. It's 21 right there on the outside. 54, Ed Palumbo. He's continuing to climb up the grid. Look at that, man. That is a four-way battle right there. 90, 75, side by side into the turn. 21 of Lucas Sinfoner in that Flex Seal sponsored Mustang. He wants to get around this 27 car. He's going to end up giving up a spot if he's not careful. On board here with Lucas Sinfoner, running behind that 27. Now out of the back of his machine, you see that side-by-side battle there with the 90 and the 75. 90 car getting through, but he's now putting a fender there below the 21 car, wanting to try to get around. It is so hard to pass here, man. Really set that up as the 21 of Lucas Sinfoner running in the fifth position. Todd Robillard in the 90 running in sixth. Good battle right there. 75 and the 54 also battling it out. That 75 now diving down to the inside. Trying to hold that down on that bottom line, and that 90 using that outside line here, maybe trying to get a run and clear that 75 as the 75 dove down below him. So some different lines here going on with these guys. Good racing here. That is a good battle there. We'll take a look at that 90 of Todd Robillard. Looks like that battle sort of been settled here for now. On board here with Todd Robillard here is now he's going down to the bottom line here to see if he can't make some inroads on that 21. Not going to happen this time by. Getting hard to pass here. Claudio Bardelli in the 5X machine. Last week's winner, and John Stanley in the 12 car here battling it out. Claudio down on the inside line. John Stanley in that 12 car up high. Claudio down on the inside trying to get the 12th position away from this 12 car. The 5X, Claudio Bardelli gains that spot as the 12 of John Stanley moved back to 13th position. Back up here with the race leader as you see 1-2 kind of running away there a little bit from everybody. That 13, Colin Madiak, has a little bit of a gap there on Paul Brown, about half a second gap. Got to be thinking Paul Brown's just kind of saving those tires there for that long run here. That 77 car excellent at saving tires. Couple things there. We definitely got to work on the camera angles, I think, in some of these some of the laps there. It kind of alternates to the camera 2 in that the alternate camera. So when I hit the camera change button, you know there's an alternate camera if it goes there. See that one right there? We're going to work on the sound. I think I saw a semi there. Do you see a semi going down on the outside of the track? That guy's thought of everything. Paul Brown in the 77 trying to close in. He's got 0.4 of a second. He has gained a 10th, but those guys definitely running away from the rest of this field. Tony Reiner back here in third in the 81. Preston Hassel having a good night here, running in the 4th position. So right now 63 laps in, just past halfway. Kind of look at that roughly mid-race results here as Colin Madiak leads. Paul Brown 2nd, Tony Reiner 3rd, Preston Hassel 4th, Lucas Sinfiner in 5th, Todd Robillard, Jose Solis, Ed Palumbo, Sean Jacobs, and Reese Kennedy rounding out the top 10 halfway through. So we've had some good racing here. It is Sean Jacobs and Tim Lansbury battling it out. Sean Jacobs in the 24 Western Auto sponsor machine. What a wonderful paint scheme that is. What an awesome paint scheme that is. The 82 Tim Lansbury sees it as it goes by. So on board here with the 24 is Sean Jacobs trying to get through here, or trying to catch up to that 54 car. The battle back behind him, Reese Kennedy and Tim Lansbury battling it out. Reese Kennedy in the 80 car going to get through there as Tim Lansbury giving up another spot. Take a look out of the back of Reese Kennedy's machine at Tim Lansbury in a Skyline Chili Mustang. Tim Lansbury right now running in the 11th position, Reese Kennedy in 10th. Artur Vieira here now trying to climb up here. He's caught up to Tim Lansbury, and he's going to get by. Tim Lansbury, not the set of tires I think he wanted out of this stop here. He's on the outside line of Artur Vieira right now, and you see out of the side, Artur Vieira looking out of the side there as Tim Lansbury dropping back. Going to give up that spot. Artur Vieira trying to climb back, running in the 11th position. Take a look at Tony Reiner here running in the 3rd spot. Yep, that battle for the race lead has gotten a little tighter. How about this, man? Artur Vieira here just continues to plug away, man. He's had some tough luck. He got gotten a little bit of a scrape there with the 81 at the beginning of the race, and then got sort of involved in somebody's warp there, caught up in somebody's warping issue, or when they just disconnected, he got caught up in that and had some damage. But Duncan just continues to battle. Doesn't give up. Looking out of the back of his car, he is running in the 9th position right now. Sean Jacobs in 10th. Just continuing to plug away is Artur Vieira. He's now closing in on the 54. So the 4 and the 54 here battling it out. A couple Camaros down the front stretch. Ed Palumbo in the 54 holding on to that spot right now. As now the 4 dives into the turn. Oh, man, he doesn't have, does he have the room to get up there? And he does. So that's almost how you got to do it, man. You got to sort of drive that car into the turn and try to maybe do a little bit of a slide job. And that's what the 4 car did in that position. Got the 8th spot there. Claudio Bardelli here in the 5X machine. He's now trying to get some spots. He's getting by Reese Kennedy, taking over the 12th position. So Claudio Bardelli continuing to show some really, really good racing as you see Tim Lansbury getting by as well. So Tim Lansbury using that opening and slipping through, gaining a spot. So Claudio Bardelli here showing some muscle. He said that win last week was for real. Excuse me, he said faux real. He didn't say for real, he said faux real. The 13, Colin Madiak, he's got a lot of wins under his belt here, being as young as he is. He's just got his driver's license today. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. I found a box of letters that I think I had a girlfriend at the time in high school, but I remember I must not have sent it to her or something, but I found a letter where I had just gotten my driver's license, and maybe it was one that I just drafted up, and I sent it out to her. That was the draft of the letter that I sent her, but I can remember I still have the letter that I wrote the day I got my driver's license. Isn't that crazy? I'm a pack rat, man. I don't throw anything away. How about this? Reese Kennedy and Tim Lansbury here battling it out. Reese Kennedy in that 80 Hooters sponsored machine. I don't know who painted that car, but that guy is a genius. Get by, picking up the 12th position. Tim Lansbury back to 13th. Colin there really holding serve. He's got 0.6 of a second lead over Paul Brown. Paul Brown not letting him get away. Good run in here between the two of those guys. 13. Down the front stretch there, trying to break that draft, moving down to that bottom line. Paul Brown staying in that outside line. Closed in a little bit on that lap. Kind of take a look at that that 1v1 battle right there. So you see that 0.6 of a second. Just a little bit slower there is that 77 car on that lap. In that sector, I should say. Colin continuing to expand that lead now as Paul Brown maybe backing off there for that longer run. But he's continuing to give up time to the 13 car. .75 laps in. Good green flag run here. These guys got a pretty good lead on the rest of the field. The rest of the field about 5 seconds, almost 6 seconds back. Coming off the turn down the backstretch. See those guys go by, and here comes that rest of the field, and that is a mess right there. Luca Sinfner and Preston Hassel here having a battle. Luca up on the outside line just ahead of him is Jose Solis in the 75. So the 21, Luca Sinfner, up on this outside trying to get by. And I'll tell you what, man, he's going to get by Preston Hassel. How about that, huh? 13. Leading the field. I'll tell you what, man, Tony Reiner here giving up some spots. Looks like the 75 of Jose Solis has now caught the 81. So that 81 up on the outside. Those guys were closing in pretty quickly. And Jose now on this bottom is now Tony Reiner might have gotten up into the wall right there as a 21. Lucas Sinfner is now going to get by. Tony Reiner there giving up a spot here. We'll see what happens. See Tony Reiner smacking the wall right there as Luca is going to use that opportunity to squeeze through. And Tony Reiner going to slide right there in behind as Luca picks up that spot. Battling here, Reese Kennedy and Sean Jacobs battling together here down the backstretch into turn 3. As the 80 of Reese Kennedy down to the inside, and also Ed Palumbo in this mix too. On board here with Sean Jacobs as Reese Kennedy picks up that spot. Sean Jacobs now back to the 11th position. Preston Hassel and Arthur Vieira here battling it out. These guys got a little bit of a roadblock right now with Tony. Oh, man, that got tight right there. Oh, Arthur Vieira slips up the track. That got tight between the 27 and the 4. 27 and the 4, man. I'll tell you what, a little fisticuffs going on right there, maybe. Little fisticuffs. We'll take a look at this again. As that got tight right here through the turn. Watch this, the 27 car is going to slide up a little bit. And then, oh, man, I don't know if there was contact there. The 4 goes up to the high side. And then I don't think he got into the back end right there. It just kind of looked like he might have here, but he was. That was close, man. That's a good battling right there, man. I tell you got to really take some chances to make some passes here. Preston Hassel gaining that spot back. He was not ready to give that spot up here. How about this? Archer Vieira said, "Hey, I tell you what, man." Tony Reiner here coming off the track, coming down pit lane in the 81 car. So he's making a pit stop here. Tony Reiner making a pit stop here as these guys start thinking about making some green flag pit stops here, 83 laps in. So Tony Reiner now finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. The 13, Colin Matiak here continuing to lead, but that lead has diminished. So back down to 0.4 of a second. And I had a feeling, man, when I saw Paul Brown kind of dropping back there a little bit, he's got it close to somewhere around 4.5 tenths. He's now 13 making a pit stop here. Colin Matiak here peeling off track down through that access road to make a pit stop. So our race leader down on pit lane. That gives the race lead to the 77. Paul Brown. And he's going to be coming down pit lane. So we're going to take a look at this pit stop here for the 13, Colin Matiak. What? 77 on pit lane. Going to give the race lead here to the 75, and Lucas Sinfer right there with him. So those guys battling for the race lead as these guys are making pit stops. Got to be very careful here. Easy to get a caution flag here on pit lane. It's always see Colin Matiak coming back out on track. Always kind of a dicey deal, man, when you pit a little bit earlier. See the 75 coming down to the inside to make a pit stop here. Always be a little bit of a dicey deal. Look at this, the 21, Lucas Sinfer, our race leader. It can be dicey. If you pit early and you get a caution flag, you are in big trouble. Luca, our race leader in that 21 car. 77 finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. Getting word that maybe the 90 of Todd Robillard going to be coming down pit lane this time. That's what we're seeing, the 90 of Todd Robillard on coming down through that access road to come on pit lane. Got to be wondering, when is Lucas Sinfer going to come down pit lane? He has been known to stay out longer than the rest of these guys, and he has actually won some races doing just that. So he's got that strategy. Save those tires. It looks like the 21 coming down pit lane here. So 21, Lucas Sinfer, our race leader, is coming down pit lane. Todd Robillard on pit lane. We'll take it back to the 13 of Colin Matiak. Is that Todd Robillard finishing up his pit stop? So Luca on pit lane as Colin Matiak there crosses the start-finish line. You lose a couple laps here when you make a pit stop. Colin back up to the front. Paul Brown in second. So you see that difference in that pit stop right there. as Paul Brown 3.2 seconds back. Now, Colin might have done a two-tire stop there. I'm not getting any word about what the strategy was. Didn't hear anything on the radio there with respect to two-tire stop, four-tire stop, what the deal was. But judging from where he's at, he might have done just a two-tire stop. Take a look at Lauren Stopworth here in the 41 car. He's right now running in the 15th position. He's had a pretty eventful night. He is the first car one lap down, so if there is a caution flag, he's in that lucky dog position. Tail in the lead lap is the 12 car of John Stanley. He's in the 14th position right now. He wants to hold on to that lead lap position. Lauren Stopworth wants him to hold on to that lead lap position too, because if he does go a lap down, then Lauren will not be in the lucky dog position anymore. So I would suggest to you that I think Colin Matiak might have just done a two-tire stop. So that Fanatec sponsored machine. Got that Ford Mustang up front as you see P2 come by, Paul Brown. Lucas Infinner coming by there with Jose Solis as well. 81 Tony Reiner. Definitely on that back half of the race, man. We got less than 30 laps to go in this thing, so the cream rises to the top. You see those guys up front, and I think you got some other guys there kind of in the middle of the pack there really have a shot of getting these cars up front. And I want to tell you what, this guy right here always seems to be there in the mix at the finish. So keep your eye on that 54. Don't forget about the 27 who's running right there behind him. So this is 7th and 8th. Ed Palumbo and Preston Hassel running there together. Running in 7th and 8th. Couple high octane racing league old guard running together here. Those guys have been racing with HORL for a long, long time. Art Vieira here just ahead of those guys. He is running in the 6th position, and he is closing in on Tony Reiner. So it can be kind of interesting. We've seen some contact there earlier in the race. See how that works out. Lucas Infinner and 75 Jose Solis. Those guys might have done a two-tire stop, I'm not sure, but these guys may be trying to close in as Art Vieira has a good run here down the front stretch. He's going to try to get over here and get by this 81 car. 81 diving down to the inside. Not going to happen that time. Art Vieira here continuing to push the issue. Side by side right there. Oh, contact right there. The 81 and the 4. Little contact. Little contact with the 81 and the 4. 4 car going to make that pass on the 81. 81 Tony Reiner. Now falling back to the 6th position as Art Vieira picks up 5th. And I have a feeling this is not over. That 81 going to dive down to the inside line here, try to get by. And he does dive down to the inside. Doesn't have enough in the tank there to be able to get around the 4 car. So the 4 picks up that spot now in 5th. Tony Reiner back to 6th. That got tight. Take a look at Lucas Infinner in the 21 now starting to open up a little bit of a gap on that 75 of Jose Solis. So he is running in the 3rd position, 12.5 seconds down here on lap 97. Paul Brown in 2nd. Jose Solis just behind him, running in the 4th position. That 75 car. About 13.2 seconds down to the race leader. That camera right there stays in that position just a little bit too long. So Jose running in the 4th position. Art Vieira back in the 5th spot. But Jose hasn't given up on this 21 car. Luca got pretty darn close to that outside wall there coming off the turn. This has been a good race here, really. We've had 3 caution flags, but this has been a good race. Good, solid race out of these guys. These guys have had a few caution flags here to make it interesting. Take a look at the 24, Sean Jacobs. They're really not gotten out of hand here, especially the first time they've been on this track in rFactor 2. As a, and you got the rubber down on the track, it's a little slick. And some of these guys have not been out to do a lot of practice. We just made a setup here. As you see 24 running in the, right now in the 11th position. Guys doing a pretty good job of that, handling that machine. Tough conditions. Just behind him is Claudio Bardelli, last week's winner in the 5X machine, running in the 12th position. Take a look at Paul Brown here in the 77. Is he closing in? He's got some work to do. It looks like Colin Matiak has opened up that he's got a 2.5 second lead, I should say. That is down to 2.5 seconds. He had about 3.2 when he came off pit lane. So you're getting by the lap car there of John Stanley. John Stanley there tucking in as the 77 gets by. John Stanley, one of the kindest drivers out there on the track, man. I'm going to tell you what, he's not going to race you dirty. He's going to, if you've earned that position, he's going to give it to you and he's going to let you know. And, those are the types of things that are repaid to you. Guys remember that. They remember who's going to, make them really race for that spot when they know that driver's faster. And he's one of those guys, common sense driver right there. Common sense driver. 13, Colin Matiak, indicating he might be coming down pit lane here very soon. So our race leader here on lap 102, indicating he might be coming down pit lane. I think that's what I heard on the radio. Be kind of curious to see how this works out here with the 13 car. Tony Reiner is indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. So Tony Reiner is on pit lane, I believe. And we went to Thiago Gomez. Tony Reiner now finishing up that pit stop, I believe, coming back out on track in the 81. So he's made that early pit stop. Colin Matiak, I am sure I heard him say something about coming down pit lane here, so maybe he's holding off here a little bit.
Yellow.
We got a yellow flag here. A yellow flag. So the 13 was going to come down pit lane and avoided disaster. An 80 car of Reese Kennedy on pit lane, indicating it might have been him. We'll take a look and see what happened here. Reese Kennedy, oh man, hard into the wall right there and up onto the wall, and I'm not sure what happened on that. Take a look here. And I think there was something going on ahead. I know the 27 car got a little squirrely, and then that, oh man. So we'll see what happened here. This is Preston Hassel a little bit earlier, and I don't know if this car is going to come around on him or not, but oh, he smacks the wall right there coming off the turn. That's off turn 2. Down the backstretch into the turn here, and I don't know if this car is just going to come around on him or what, but yeah, it is sideways right there, and I think Reese is just trying to check up, and then gets sideways, no contact, but he kind of snaps back there for the 27. He gets that thing sort of straightened up, but Reese can't catch it, and then slams into the wall right there. And that's what happened for Reese Kennedy. What a tough break there for him. We'll take a look here, another look at this. So he's down in the rumble strips. It gets caught in the grass, and this thing's going to slide sideways on him, and he cannot catch it. And then hard into the wall right there. And then Claudio Bardelli sneaking through here, I believe. Thought that was Claudio there sneaking through. I guess not. See that? Man, that is a hard lick. The 80 car up in the wall. So that was just kind of a no fault type deal there, I think. So we have a caution flag, and look at this, man. Guys are making pit stops here, and this will be the last pit stop of the night here, barring any caution flags. .13 Colin Matiak. This could be a big pit stop for these guys. Colin Matiak on pit lane. See Artur Vieta there pitting in front of him in that 4 car. Oh, 77 in the 13. They come in 1-2, go out 1-2. And Paul Brown indicating he got caught speeding on pit lane, and he's going to have to start at the end of the longest line. 54, Ed Palumbo indicating he. Looks like he got caught speeding as well. Oh my God. The 77 crew is livid right now. They are angry at him. Why did you speed? We did our job, but you sped on pit road. Now going to lose some positions here at a pretty pivotal time. Claudio Bardelli, the 5X machine, is the race leader. I would say he's probably going to have to come down pit lane. Setting ourselves up here for a very interesting finish, that is for sure. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow, this is going to be an interesting race here. Lime Rock Park in the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series season. Race number 1, a 50-minute race from Lime Rock in the official GT3 content, rFactor 2. Race starts at 3 p.m. and that will be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Hey, don't forget, man, if you're interested in rFactor 2 servers, you can look up EliteHostingUSA.com. Got 3 server packages pre-packaged for you if you're interested. EliteHostingUSA.com is who we have our servers with, and that has been rock solid, man. We never have trouble with our servers, I will say that. It's awesome service and awesome connections, and you can get a huge field out for your races. Set you up with a server package, so EliteHostingUSA.com. Okay, getting to 1 to go. Now, Claudio Bardelli has stayed out, I believe, or maybe he pitted a little bit earlier here, so he's a little bit off sequence here, but he is our race leader. Colin Matiak is second. So Bardelli is the race leader. Colin Madiak second. Lucas Sinfner is third. Todd Robillard is fourth. This is going to get interesting here. This is not over by any stretch.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. Claudio did not get a good start there on that one. As the 13 gets out front here, and the 90 getting by. Todd Robillard getting by here, so don't count him out. Lucas Sinfner now looking on the bottom line here to try to get by. So Colin Madiak back to the race lead. The 90 of Todd Robillard now up front here. Claudio Bardelli back to third. Preston Hassel in fourth. It's Colin Madiak leading the field. 10 laps to go. Look at this battle back here, man. Jose Solis in the 75 car in a hornet's nest here with the 21 and the 27. They're going to go 3 wide here. Looks like they were going to go 3 wide. These guys are trying to get every spot they can, and I have a feeling this is going to get crazy. Oh, it's all messed up right there. We got a parking lot. We got a parking lot. The 77 in this, 24 in this. Now, I had a feeling that was going to get messy. That got messy. So a caution flag. You think things were intense that time. Wait till the green-white checker. If we got that, we might have enough laps here. We don't get a green-white checker, but ooh. See what happened here. Looked like 27 and got into maybe the back of that 5X machine, and man, these guys just checking up, and then 27 getting down into the 21, and then comes across the 24, and then 24 and the 21 get together. Look at that, man. Just got guys getting together. It's like a pool balls there, playing pool. Everybody's smashing into one another right there. Man, that was a mess. So again, you see the 27, he checked up behind the 5X machine. And these guys just, 82 slams into the back of the 21. On board here with Ed Palumbo, and you see the white smoke right there. That started off, and looks like the 27 had checked up and then got the back into that car loose, and those guys, Lucas Sinfner spun around too here. We'll take a look at him, and this is he's up front here, and he gets contact right there with the just about everybody on the track. Not a lot he could have done, really. Sean Jacobs here out of the front of his machine. You see that 27 he locks up, he just gets into the back of the 5X machine. So the 21 was he was a ping pong ball on that one. So right there, you see the 27 gets into the back of the 5X machine, and he's sideways, and he's trying to correct it. He gets down into the 21 and then slides across the nose of this 24 car right here. 24 gives him a little bit of a punt right there, and then he comes around. And more contact there. You see the 77, he didn't have anywhere to go. So, wow, that was a little messy right there, to say the least. A little messy. Hey, there's a bus. All right, the 13, Colin Matiak. Who's that in the chat session? Is that Squidfax? It's like Squidfax there coming in. Little Farmers. Nice. Bumsack, Little Farmers, and William D, a.k.a. Squidfax. Nice. Well, we're not going to have a green-white checker, that's for sure. But, well, I should say that's for sure. Race isn't over. But this green flag will not be a green-white checker. It'll be a normal green flag to the end. And Colin Matiak says, hey, I want the inside line. I'm 16. I got my driver's license. I'm grown. And I want the inside line. Todd Robillard says, oh, I got something to say about that. I'm going to be on the outside line in this 90 car. Going to throw a little yellow paint on the side of that car and get by. Claudio Bardelli has gotten that car back up front. Jose Solis is 75. He's got to win this season as well, running in the 4th position. Preston Hassel in 5th. Ed Palumbo in 6th. So that outside line will work if you get a good start. But I think the 13, man, he is really good on these restarts. You're going to have to kind of keep your eye on him. So the pace car is in. All the lights are not out. Those guys, the guy driving the pace car has forgotten to turn off the lights on the thing. I don't know why it does that. It's supposed to be lights out. Here we go. Back to green. Down the front stretch here. Here we go. Back to green. 13 gets a good start. Out ahead of the 90. Is the 90 going to have a run here? Down on the inside. Maybe squeeze him down a little bit. The 90 on the outside line. Does he have enough to be able to clear? No, he doesn't. And he's might end up giving up a spot here. As Colin Matiak now holds serve here in the lead. And now we've got a mess here. Back for the 2nd position. Jose Solis in this mix. We got a yellow flag. Oh, no. Another yellow flag here. And we got another parking lot. My God. What is going on? 21, Lucas Sinfner is, he's mad. He is mad. We'll see what happened here. We are going to have a green-white checker now. I'm sorry, man. That was my fault. That was my fault. I jinxed it. Let's see what here. Preston Hassel and might have spun around. Preston Hassel and 77 get together. Looks like the 77 and the 27 get together. 27 into the 82 and then comes back across the track and gets into the 41. Look at that. They're 4 wide at that point. 5 wide right there. And then a mess. Absolute mess right there. And he just continued on too. The 24. He got he had some secondary contact. So it looks like, see, the 77 might have come down there a little bit, got into the 27. A little contact there with the 27. That 27 comes back back across the track. And then the 24 and the 41 get together. They didn't know where to go. They're trying to avoid that mess. And then, oh man, the 9X gets into 24 hard there. My heavens, man. That was a hard lick. On board here with Preston Hassel, and see that 77 kind of gets into the front of him there, and then all heck breaks loose from that. Sean Jacobs here, he's trying to get through, and he just has nowhere to go, man. Nowhere to go, and he gets into the wall, and then somebody's going to just smack him. Oh, right there. More contact for him. So guess what? Did I say something about a green-white checker? Did I? God. Blame it on me. Blame it on me. But another green-white checker. This is going to be the second week in a row we've had a green-white checker. My heavens.
Pit road will be open this time.
We're getting a little messy here in the late race. We had a good couple green flag runs, good long green flag runs, green flag pit stops, and now a little messy. I think guys are saying, hey, man, it's all take and no give at this point. Not going to give any positions at this point. I'm taking everything I can. Got 2 cars out of the race. Reese Canaday, Rosario Santos out of the race. Not sure what brought Reese Canaday out, but nonetheless, he's out of the race. And give Todd Robillard another shot there on this restart. 75, Jose Solis could be the spoiler there. He's running in the 3rd position. Don't forget about Ed Palumbo running in 4th. What I say earlier in the race about Ed Palumbo, I said he has an uncanny way of getting that car to the front. You know, what looks to be like you know, kind of a suspect race. You know, one of those races is maybe going to be a disappointing finish for him. He is right now running in 4th. Here as we're going to approaching this green flag, green-white checker. Little Farmer said it is safer sitting in the stands and the broadcast booth. Quite safe there. Okay. So interesting. I don't know what that means, Will. Contact high. I'm not sure what that is. Probably a generational thing. Wouldn't know. Hey, it's Christmas time, and a good time to check out ZiaComics.com, your nerd headquarters. If you're interested in some comics, action figures, games, you name it, all things comic related. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. That's ZiaComics.com, your nerd headquarters. Tell them TurnLeftTV sent you. My cousin who owns that place there down in New Mexico. I think Las Cruces, New Mexico. And 1 to go there. It looks like Colin Matiak has elected to take the inside line. And that puts the 90 of Todd Robillard. He's going to have to get a little bit better start this time by because that 13 is lightning fast on those restarts. If he's got any shot of doing anything with the 13 car. 75, Jose Solis. Like I said, he could be the spoiler in this. He has been fast and quiet, man. He's quiet. Got that car up front. 81, Tony Reiner running in the 5th position. Claudio Bardelli in 6th. Here on the restart. Hey, turn the lights out on the pace car, man, if you're going to do 1 to go. My heavens, man. Pace car driver, Jay Leno. Come on. It's ludicrous. All right, here we go. 13. Colin Matiak here. Another restart for him. Gonna have to be Johnny on the spot on this one. Can he do 2 in a row? Here we go, back to green. It's a good start there. 75 just behind him. I tell you what, man, that's 75 looking pretty racy here. Looking pretty racy. As Colin Matiak, the race leader, the 75, showing some muscle here. Don't forget about Todd Robillard, Ed Palumbo, they're going to go 3 wide there. Behind 13, Colin Matiak here trying to hold off. They are 3 wide. They are 3 wide. Tony Reiner trying to muscle his way through. Paul Brown trying to recover here. Colin Matiak, is he going to win this race? One more lap to go for Colin Matiak. Can we finish this bad boy under green? Colin Matiak here in the 13 car. He's been the class of the field all night long. He's got a little bit of a challenge here from the 75. It is not a done deal here if he slips up. 13, good sequence through that turn. Sets himself up for that front stretch, down the front stretch, and 13 of Colin Matiak's going to get a big race win. How about that with a 13? Jose Solis second, Tony Reiner third, Ed Palumbo fourth, Paul Brown finishing in the 5th position. They're wrecking after the checker flag. So the 13, Colin Matiak, big race win for him. So congratulations to Colin Matiak. Oh man, we're gonna get we got a little bit of a warp right there. Guys are leaving, it looks like. So Colin Matiak, the race winner. How about that? See, guys are leaving. They're all mad now. So congratulations to Colin Matiak on that race win. So what an interesting race that was, to say the least, there toward the end. We'll take a look at that final standings here before we get the winner up here. So the final results there, Colin Matiak, P1, Jose Solis, what a good race for him, finishes in the 2nd position. Tony Reiner, 3rd. Ed Palumbo finishes in the 4th position. Paul Brown finishes in 5th. Arthur Vieira finishes in the 6th position. Todd Robillard is 7th. Tim Lansbury finishes in 8th. John Stanley, 9th. Claudio Bardelli finishes in the 10th position. In 11th, Thiago Gomez in his first race out. Congratulations to him. Lauren Stopworth finishes in the 12th position. Lucas Sinfoner finishes in 13th. Sean Jacobs finishes 14th. Preston Hassel finishes in the 15th position. Adder Pontes finishes 16th. And Reese Canaday finishes in the 17th position. And we might have lost Rogerio from the standings there. I'm not sure why he's not showing up in the standings, but nonetheless, he finished in the 18th position. Very interesting right there. So not scoring him right now, at least on my my end. So Colin Matiak winning here at Gateway. What an interesting race it was, but he had a pretty solid car here tonight, to say the least. So we'll see if we can't get an interview here with Colin. All right, Colin Matiak, the race winner, joins us up here in the broadcast booth. Wow, that was a wild finish there, but you were in the place you needed to be, was up front. Congratulations to you, man.
Thank you.
Well, I tell you, you really had a great car from start to finish, and the only time I think really one restarts was in question there was the first few laps, but it looks like Paul gave you a little bit of a run there early on, and also Jose made it interesting there toward the end as well. Did you do 2 tire stops? You did 4 tire stops all night. Well, what was the strategy there on pit stops?
Initially it was 2 tire stops, just because of the yellows and the tires weren't worn that bad. But if we had a green flag pit stop, it was usually 4 tire pit stops. But towards the end, it was 2 tire with low fuel because half of us couldn't make it to the end. But yeah, Paul did give me a run for my money for a little bit there, but eventually with the yellows coming out, I was able to pull away, and he was caught speeding, which is unfortunate. But
well, it looked like you really had to set up somebody for a pass throughout this race. It was hard to pass, and you really had to maybe on occasion kind of do a dive bomb job on somebody to try to get around them. How did what's your assessment of passing here at Gateway?
It's very similar to a road course, especially since there's not very much room for error. And it was I saw a few dive bombs, and that's what I think caused a few of the yellows. But overall, if you just got alongside somebody, you could make the move if you were on the inside and maybe even the outside and get a run down the back straight. But I don't know. It depends on the drivers. It could be a mess or it could be clean.
Pretty cool track here, a conversion track from Paulo Chachalowski, and he's done a good job, I think. The eye candy looked pretty solid, and we got a good setup with the guys working this weekend to set something up for us. What's your assessment of the track as a whole here with Gateway Speedway, or Gateway Raceway, I should say?
It was cool. It was definitely different having an oval with red and white curbs on the inside. That were scary to touch, but it felt like a road course, and that was fun and unique, and it looked great, and it was fun to drive with the setup that the guys worked on. But the gearing was a little short. Well,
the elephant in the room right now is driver's license, right? And hey, congratulations to you on getting your driver's license just today, huh? Pretty cool.
Todd told me that earlier, and I was like, how did you get that information?
Well, somebody was in here, I think, in the chat session. Your biggest fan. Or maybe your second biggest. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Mom might be your biggest fan. I don't know.
My dad is.
Okay. All right, man. Well, you better be careful there. She's cooking the meals for you probably. And
yeah.
Hey, man, congratulations to you, and thanks so much for coming out and racing with us at HORL. You do a great job, and always a great competitor, and you got the trippy paint schemes. Do a good job with that. And thank your mom and dad, too, for coming in the chat sessions when they do and supporting you as well.
All right.
All right, man. Good luck to you the rest of the season, bud.
Thank you.
All right, that's Colin Matiak there, finishing in P1. Another win for the 13 crew there, so congratulations to him. A big win, and getting his driver's license today and topping it off with a race win here at Gateway. How about that? I guess he proves he can drive, huh? Hopefully he wasn't, I suspect that he wasn't driving like he was tonight when he got did his driving test to get his driver's license. So it probably scared the driving instructor to death. Well, hey, what a great win there for him. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow, we got another big race here. High Octane Racing League's inaugural GT3 Series race at Lime Rock Park. 50-minute race. The official content from Studio 397. So racing starts at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Practice at 1:30. Live, I'd say we're going to go live somewhere on the order of about 2:30, 2:45. Here on TurnLeftTV, but the race starts at 3 p.m. and it should be a great one. 50-minute race of flat-out action at Lime Rock Park. If you've never been on that track or never seen a race from that track, you do not want to miss it. It's going to be a great one, and I'm excited about tomorrow. I want to say thank you so much to EliteHostingUSA.com for providing us with the servers for this awesome race tonight. They do a great job there with the servers. And if you're interested in the server package, they got 3 pre-packaged deals for you to choose from. Definitely give those guys a look. EliteHostingUSA.com. Great servers. I want to say thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. It's been an awesome race. Got a little messy there at the end, but man, we had some really great racing. I was listening to the guys talk in the chat session after the race, and they said, man, let's tell you what, this was a fun race tonight. And I heard, yes, it was. So once these guys kind of figured it out, it was a great race. And then we got a little messy there at the end as the guys got kind of aggressive. The track got a little bit slick, but it was a lot of fun. Hey, thanks for coming out to join me here on TurnLeftTV. Very fun race to do for you tonight. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, I encourage you to do so. Please share my videos with your friends as well. You can share them on any social media platform. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button, please let me know you're here. Hit that thumbs up button. Like to see that. Definitely like to see those views and that thumbs up there as well. And then get that subscriber list up. We are, heading our way to 600, man. I can't wait to get to that 1,000 mark, the golden 1,000 mark, man. That's going to be great. If you haven't donated and you'd like to make a donation, you can click on the link up in the banner and make a donation right through PayPal. Very easy, thanks to all those folks who have donated to TurnLeftTV. Got a lot of streams here, man. I've done about 400 or 500 races by now. A lot of streams, a lot of archive videos here online you want to check out. You're more than welcome to do so. Scroll through there. And like I said, you can share my videos with any of your friends on any social media platform where you can share YouTube videos. Again, thank you for coming out here. I'm Heath Johnson, TurnLeftTV, and this has been a lot of fun for me tonight. And guess what? I'm out of here.